And I think that probably says something about why you were so successful, right? It's not just being an asshole who can mix really well. It's being somebody who is personable.
Getting along with the bands, just really being open and honest is important. Not blaming other people when something goes wrong. If it's my fault, I was like, oh yeah, I screwed that up. If they'd hire me, I'd go to the rehearsals and just sit there. I'd just sit there, hey, can I hang out? I'm just going to hang out and sit. And I'd go wander around. While you're rehearsing, I'm just going to listen to stuff. I walk and stand in front of the guitar rig, stand on the bass. I just listen to the stage and try and learn what they want to sound like. If you, as a sound engineer, can go to a rehearsal with a band and help them get their rehearsal volumes correct, if you can help to get their rigs dialed so that they sound the way they want to sound and everybody can hear each other, you're going to develop trust. And you say, oh, now you know what they want to sound like. Then I'll say, when I do a show for you, I'm going to do the same thing I did for you here. And some of the foundations of that is like standing in the middle, what they call the standard 4-piece rock band, standing in where the singer would stand if they do stand in the middle, and getting the bass to be the same volume or similar volume to the guitar, similar volume to the drums. If somebody's overly loud, guitar and bass rigs aren't like mixing boards where if the guitar is too loud, you just turn it down. You turn down the guitar, all of a sudden it feeds back properly to the song. There's all kinds of other dynamics. I choose not to mess with that. With Soundgarden, I said, well, I went to rehearsals and they played and I wandered around and Chris was like, I can't hear my vocal. Everything's too loud. I said, okay. And I went to Kim. I said, can we move? Is it okay? He goes, what's wrong? You want me to turn down? I said, no. I want to point your guitar rig out a little bit just so it doesn't point to the center. I want you to keep your volume. I don't want to mess with what you're doing. And I went to Ben. I said, okay, I want to move your bass rig. He's like, turn down. I said, no, just want to move your bass rig out. And I got with it. I said, okay. And I just moved stuff physically until I got the sound balanced in the middle of the stage. And it looked all wonky. He said, what are we going to do a show? I said, don't worry about that. Right now, we're just getting your sound balanced. We're getting everybody happy. You guys are getting your tones together. We're getting everybody happy. And also, a reunion, you got to get these guys. I got to make sure I don't create any new conflicts. They're healing themselves already. At some point, farther in rehearsals, Ben came up to me and said, hey, if I turn down, can I move my bass rig closer? Yeah, of course you can, but don't mess your sound up. I need you to have your sound so you're comfortable on stage. You play well, I'll do well. And they kind of acclimated, and then they started wandering to the center of stage and listening to their rig versus the other rigs. And the tech started doing that too, and everybody started getting on the same page. They had a reference point to shoot for. That not only made my job easier mixing them live, but it helps with building trust and a bond with the band, and that they understand that we're all on the same page. You're not just going to crank you don't disregard their music by turning down their rigs, yet you're paying attention to everybody and finding that personal dynamic. And getting a job. If you're a sound engineer that's trying to work your way up in the industry and there's a band down the street or somebody rehearsing, it's like, can I hang out? Can I help you with sound? Can I tune things? Can I help you? Can I fix the cables? Can I solder? Where are your bad cables? Fix all the bad cables. Make sure all the rigs are in polarity. I don't know. Figure that all out. And working gigs for free, working gigs for cheap, hauling paint, whatever it is, helping transition that rehearsal sound into the live environment. So when they're on stage, they know that the audience is hearing the image they wish to present is a valuable asset, and they're going to want you around. And if they want you around, that's kind of your path to success.